back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the ESL ESEA Pro League here, and we've got the third match of the evening coming up between Dignitas and Virtus.Pro. What do you think? We're going to be playing Cash this time around.
I think this is a good map for Config and Rubino.
Yeah.
So those guys are just going to, like, you know,
pew pew.
Pew pew. That was actually like a really weak pew pew. You know. Okay, there we go. So
the dualies.
Yeah, it's exactly that, man. The dual elites. I mean, I'm just hyped to see, like I was saying before the break, right? Config really impressed us with his first international LAN. Now he's on Dignitas, second team as far as Denmark is concerned, second best team in Denmark. So I mean, now he's got the real time to shine. You know, MSL, he's got some new talent to work with here. He's removed Pimp from the roster, so that's already, you know, something to keep in mind as well. They're probably going to be feeling a little bit better on the roster on the team, and well, it might as well be a new one. I mean, you have Kirby, you've got MSL. Tensky, Rubino, you know, it's just like, and Config. These guys are all new, fresh. So it's really interesting to see how this new Dignitas is going to shape up. It's just, I feel like at least in this match versus Virtus.Pro, it's all just going to come down to raw fragging power.
Yeah, I think you're about right. Like, it might as well be a new team at this point. Once you change so many players, it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's just once you change so many players, it's definitely very hard to expect too much to survive. I guess the big thing is that they've obviously kept MSL, so like some of the leading style is going to be at least kept intact. So that's what's up here. We've got the knife round coming up first to decide who's going to be on what side. So once again, if you are joining us, we do have, it's the last match of the evening after this one, Fnatic and Dignitas playing. So we do get to see both new lineups playing each other, which is kind of fun. I'm going to follow Taz with these ridiculous shadow daggers.
No, okay, never mind. That was all of my
I am super jelly that I don't have any, by the way.
What? That you don't have shadow daggers?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If they had, like, Tiger Tooth shadow daggers, I might have gone for it.
They don't?
No.
Oh.
Not that I know of.
Look at how good they are.
Yeah. You don't even play Monk in Diablo, man. I mean, come on.
No, I can't.
That's the thing, man. These are just like, this is just to me, it's like a monk, you know? Like, that's
I play a wizard or a
punch.
sorcerer in every RPG game
exactly.
ever.
So you know what you need? You need like a Doppler M9 or something, right? You know, and it's just like magical.
It's true.
Name it your magic.
Can you get me one of those?
Magic wand.
Doppler M9 stat track.
Yeah, right? Well, Christmas is right around the corner, but...
That it is, actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at MSL. He's got the right idea.
He does. Smoke and also a Molotov and a Glock, and he's just charging in here. Doesn't he need armor or anything? Snacks trying to hide it in smoke. That is his natural element. Some say he was spawned just out of pure smoke, and
go back
still
to
gonna
MSL.
go down.
Go back to MSL. I think, yeah, all of his stickers say pimp. Or is it like, are they all the pimp stickers? Oh man, no way to tell now. Are they all pimp stickers? Yeah, they are. What is this?
That has to be some next level.
He's like, next level troll, right? Guy kicks him off his team. He's like, yeah, but I'll go ahead and just like put your stickers everywhere.
It's hard to know. It could also be a way of remembering him, you know.
I don't think that MSL wants to.
We're gonna do some digging, some research on this. In the meantime, there was some research because they're trying to retake this bomb site. Byali gonna be hitting a headshot there. It's still 2 versus 2 right now. Health advantage is with the Danish side here, and Byali in a bit of a tough spot. Config gonna shoot him in the face with the Tech 9, and that leaves Taz alone in a 1 versus 2, trying to see if he can get up on this box. Successful so far, but he also dies there. What's that? Oh, okay. That's blood.
Yeah, that's what to say. What would be really sick, you know, like they were going for the high fidelity angle, right? CSGO. Headshot on a CT with the visor. Visor shatters. Obviously.
Can't see a thing.
Come on. I mean, seriously, devs, get on it. Make it happen. Right, so key round there, and really just MSL leading the charge into mid. I think that was the main thing. Him getting that first frag allowed for Team Dignitas to, you know, get some presence there and then go into that split on the A site. Kind of fell apart for Virtus.Pro after that. Neo trying to put up a bit of a fight here, but he will get overwhelmed. And there's a second man, Pasha. He takes one man with him, and Pasha doing so much damage, and Taz actually going to be getting that kill on MSL. Really expensive round here for Dignitas so far.
Yeah, and it looked like a good start for them as well, so maybe a little bit disappointing that they can't pick it up more than they have afterwards. Well, that bomb is down in the middle as well, so they're obviously going to have to try and get back in here. Kind of like they did, they take the time to boost and don't just walk in from the same angle, and just in case that Taz was in the perfect position or something like that. He's still here with the 5.7, and it is a really good pistol, even at the long range, so they've got to respect this Dignitas and try and see if they can use the fact that they've got 2 people alive and a smoke and a grenade here. Oh, he actually straight killed Tensky, but they win the round, Dignitas.
Monster.
You know the problem with that visor would be if I was in the police, which for many reasons I shouldn't be. One of them is that they have guns. But you know what would totally happen to me in the winter? I'd be having my visor down, and I would do like a an exhale like. And it would like get all foggy, so I'd have no idea who to shoot.
Welcome to life with glasses, Anders.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I'd definitely be useless as the police.
As the police? You've been watching too much Wire, man. That emphasis, the police.
I have got somewhere past my 10th rewatch of The Wire actually. So.
Well, Angle's there. MSL with the Mac 10 to take out Snacks. He's just gonna farm up some money. He wants some more as well. He's gonna go into CT. Everybody waiting for him here, though, but Tensky going to be the one to pick up the kill, and he's just trusting in his teammate to keep him alive, MSL, and this is what trust gets you, MSL. You're dead.
Oh, good job on Neo, but it's not going to be good enough here. But they do survive with 3 members, and it's a 3-0 lead here for the Danish side. But now VP can pick up rifles, and I fully expect him to be showing us a lot on this particular map. They have so many strengths on this map. One of them is Snacks and his ridiculous ability to play around smoke in the middle. Other one is Neo holding the B-bomb site. Sometimes alone, he's godlike at it.
Yeah, he is one of the more scary solo players in the game. A lot of times, I mean, Inferno comes to mind as well as another map that really VP will just allow Neo to play solo without any kind of support. Just trust in him to play a very smart game, not giving away anything early on to their opponents. Speaking of early on, it's just going to be a straight rush onto the A side here for Dignitas and Taz and Neo both gone, and what is this? Just headshots everywhere. Dignitas 3 quick kills, and it's already done. VP, no way they can put up a fight now.
It's one of those rounds where if you're Virtus.Pro, you can't even really be angry. You just have to be even slightly impressed. Just like, I don't know what just happened, but we lost the round. In the meantime, obviously, Bayali and Pasha trying to hold on to the rifles as best they can. Pasha doing a decent job already, but Rubino is coming. A Norwegian player, newcomer to the team here. Speaks Danish just fine, so no kind of language issues there at all. It throws me off every time, but Config going to be taken down by Ali and by Pasha. 1 versus 3. He does also live in Denmark, Rubino. And Norwegian and Danish are essentially the same language, except...
You just pissed off so many Norwegians saying that.
Except Norwegian sounds a lot happier, and like Danish sounds just a little bit more angry.
I like any Scandinavian person like getting compared to Dane, like the language Danish, you know, like you go that far, Anders.
Okay, I'll say this instead then. Written Norwegian and Danish are practically identical, except that all the words in Danish that you misspell, you would automatically spell correctly in Norwegian, because Norwegian is just like it's more logical, whereas in Danish we've like switched all the endings, so it doesn't make sense anymore. So
your number system is screwed.
Spelling is
screwed.
I can spell everything correctly in Norwegian, just not in Danish.
Where's Magisk?
I don't know how it works. I mean, oh man. Neo looking for an opening, and now has got himself trapped in a pretty awkward corner. Neo, you're definitely going to be gone up here. There's no chance to make it out, and then you're going to hunt him down. Snacks will die as well. Dignitas, I mean, is it the honeymoon phase that we're seeing here? Just, you know, the new lineup, everyone's fired up, everyone's to prove that this is a perfect setup that they've got going on here, and now they're just wrecking people.
And it's also, I mean, we got to remember that yesterday Virtus.Pro ended up losing to Mousesports on Inferno. Pretty heartbreaking loss for VP, but they got stomped, proper stomped. So maybe just a little, you know, it's again that Virtus.Pro that's showing up in this match. They aren't quite able to keep it together, and they aren't quite able to get the shots down. So Dignitas playing their hearts out right now, and Bialy going to be the last man alive here for Virtus.Pro. Still going for the peaks despite everything. Molotov is going to sail in, and that's pretty much going to be it. His signal to get out of dodge.
Bayali, looking for the spray, gonna connect with the double. He can't really win the round, but Config's gonna be here as well. Bayali cleaning up everybody, and he's just got not enough time here. Real shame, isn't it?
I think this is actually really frustrating, because they keep doing really sick damage to Team Dignitas after the bomb gets planted. I mean, It's crazy that Dignitas actually have this much money to spend, considering they keep losing everybody to VP, to the guys trying to hold on to the rifles. So Bialy, that was excellent. So I mean, Dignitas, they're going to get up to 5, but they're going to spend all their money here in this round, apart from Config, who has 10,000.
You said proper stomped. Was that like a subconscious Snatch reference?
Maybe.
Oh man, that's such a good movie.
You've watched The Wire like X amount of times. I've watched Snatch. I don't even know. I can't even count.
Yeah, I think I've got a couple of rewatches. If you guys haven't watched Snatch, then that was a very good time for it. It's a
Snatch,
sick film.
Layer Cake, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. 3 movies that are must-watches.
I haven't seen Layer Cake. Maybe I've got some catching up to do.
That's pretty much them. Well, unlike Snacks, who is dead, that pretty much made Daniel Craig's career.
God, look at MSL. Double kill there, but he's going to get shut down by Ali. Starting where he left off last round, going to get the double kill, but it's not quite enough here. Still a 2 versus 2. And Neo charging in here. Could he get them crossing over? He's got the scout. They put up the smoke, and that's going to make them pass. And Neo goes down. They actually flash their way through the smoke, and Config going to get the double kill now. It's on Taz coming in here, and he gets shut down. Config with the triple, and Dignitas 6-0. Config dropping 10, 1, and 2 as a scoreline.
This is what we're talking about, man. This guy is crazy.
Is he going to beat Guardian for tonight? Can he catch up to the 40 bomb?
Okay, that would be...
Guardian did set kind of a high standard there.
Yeah, I mean, 40 frags in 30 rounds, that's a pretty insane pace to maintain. So if that happens here with Config, I mean, that's going to be sending one hell of a signal to the international community. I think people are going to start getting worried. I mean, even Vugo might be worried just a little bit. VP right now, their economy is wrecked. 6-0 for Dignitas, and VP are going to be waiting on pistols here. They have invested somewhat in this round. Some Deagles picked up. CZ and Snacks making good use of that Kevlar. Actually gets the kill versus MSL.
He does this so much, and it must be weird for every other team to try and play against VP specifically on this map, because for most people, when that smoke goes down in the middle, that's a sign that, you know, they just want to keep you out, not that they might be sort of sneaking through, at least not most of the time. So it must be a little bit frustrating. I think Titan actually do it every once in a while too.
Yeah.
But most of the teams will just respect that smoke a bit more and leave it be.
It's just what he's been famous for. Remember when before when Snacks played on B site, he was also legendary for that sort of thing. The mind games that he would have going out into B halls, towards Toxic, towards T-Spawn. That's just Snacks for you. He's one of those cerebral players.
They clear out the vents to make sure that no one's going to be lurking in there as they push onto the B-bomb site. Quite a clever idea. There's a big rotation coming into this site, though, so they've got to be a little bit careful. They don't waste too much time. Neo up here with a Deagle, but they all are looking for him when he comes out of the smoke. A little bit of a mistake, and Taz is going to be taking down Rubino, so now still 3 versus 4 here. They line up, and Bialy, he can't get those kills in. That would have been a big kill if he could have finished off the second one, but now still 2 versus 1. Snack's going to be walking in, and Tensky there to pick it up. Tensky and Config again doing really good work.
Yeah, saving the day. 12 kills now for Config. He's keeping up that pace, Anders. He's maintaining it so far. But now, well, VP, they're going to get that big buy going. Now they have all the money that they need, and it's a double op. That's the answer. And who has the second one? Pasha going for the op in mid. Neo over in B halls. Okay, interesting.
Right, and the reason why we asked that question, like who has the other one, it could have been Snacks as well. We've seen Snacks AWPing as well on multiple maps to big effect.
But why is Neo going towards A? They've really changed it up here, VP. They've changed up their CT hold.
Oh, nice shot. That actually hit Rubino as well. He's dropping a little bit low here, and Kirby now trying to see if he can get a little bit more work done. Rubino going to part the outside of the bomb site, and VP can't actually fight this. If they don't get a kill within the next 5 seconds, they might as well just back off.
This is a really sick call by MSL. Because he rushes the one spot where it's an AWP holding. That's the best way to deal with an AWP.
No.
The flash, and unfortunately for Snacks, well, fortunately he still gets the kill, but there was a chance there for Kirby to wreck him. Nades go sailing into the site, and the triangle has been established, but VP are trying to close in on this. They are running out of time, though, so they have to start getting these kills right away. There's the peek from MSL, gets the kill onto Bialy. Snacks is there to take it back, but he has no kit. And of course, he will be denied in the end, leaving Pasha alone with the AWP. Not even going to hit that shot. Does he get the follow-up onto MSL? No, the bomb does the work for him. So another really expensive round for Dignitas, but they're up at 8-0 right now.
If we had, like, you know, Counter-Strike awards, you know, that we could hand out, Semler, and there was an award for most optimistic diffuse of all time, then I think Snacks might have just won it. Even if he hadn't got killed, he wouldn't have made that diffuse.
That was, yeah.
Like, I think Snacks is like, there's smoke, I can win. It's like, I'll just try anyway. Hope that this smoke gives me, you know, 60% increase in defuse time.
But again, Neo going over to A side. It's Bialy alone over here. They've just role swapped, basically. Bialy used to play A side, so Virtus.Pro trying to shift things up, perhaps trying to catch Dignitas off guard. So far, it hasn't really worked. But Pasha getting a kill on MSL is a good start.
Catching with the grenade out, runs through the smoke, which might have been a tad bit unnecessary. It's going to be Snacks now charging in, dropping one, and the second one too, and Bialy helping out. You can tell the VP are getting a little bit frustrated and angry right now. Tensky somehow getting 2 kills in a row, and that's going to be finally Virtus.Pro picking up a round. It wasn't really technically pretty. It seemed like they'd had enough at this point, you know?
That was it. End days. It's still, I mean, that's got to be really frustrating for Virtus.Pro because they have so little money. They still have to go for the drop, and somebody has to go for a force in this scenario, so they just don't have anything in the bank. Had they been able to keep at least another man alive, it would have been a little bit better for VP, but regardless, Dignitas also spending pretty much all of their bank, if I'm not mistaken, so it is going to be one of those pivotal rounds now. If Dignitas win it, VP are so deep in the hole, they're going to be in a double eco situation. If Virtus.Pro win it, they finally have a little bit of a chance to start making some ground back here in this first half. Dignitas, they elect to slow down their pace rather than going for the straight rush. They're just building up for it instead.
Backup is close by with Neo and Pasha and even Snacks in the middle, but the problem is if Taz goes down too quick here, they won't be able to get there before all the smokes go up, and things are going to get a bit tricky, so it's still pretty important right now. More than getting kills, Taz just has to live. I do love this position of Snacks, and it's been a mystery to me for so long while people haven't been using this position more.
It's crazy, right? Oh, close on drop. Let's see, headshot onto Taz. Config so close that he's going to get caught in the end by Taz. Taz with the double kill, hits the headshot. That's going to stop them cold. Dignitas, they need to make their way out here. Tensky finds Taz in the end, but Pasha going for some smoke play. Walks right into Kirby. Pasha, what are you doing? And now, well, this is very tricky stuff, especially because Tensky is just on a tear. He takes out Bialy as well.
Snacks should be able to drop him here, which, oh, the flashbang goes through. Tensky not checking behind him. What on earth is going on? Snacks is actually going to wait a little bit, getting that kill. Now going on for a second one. Rubino's going to catch him, and now that'll be a 1 versus 2. It's all on Neo here. They need the second round if they lose this, and they will. Rubino landing a straight headshot, and that's going to be 9-1. Resetting that VP economy. That's just a dreadful round. When Taz picks up that double kill, that should be it.
Can you spell catastrophe, Anders? That's what we just witnessed. Like,
one of my rules is I don't do spelling on stream.
ridiculous.
No math and no spelling at all.
Well, yeah, VP right back in the hole. And now Dignitas, I mean, this is only going to build more confidence for the Danes and the Nord. Do we really have to specify that? No, it's 4 Danes, so yeah, Danish team. Sorry, Rubino.
I think we could just come. We've adopted Rubino this time. At this point
By
in time.
this time, yeah.
Yeah, it's Danish as well.
Nice little lurk there by Neo in the smoke. He does get spotted, though. Config looking for that lucky shot. It's just going to be a smoke going in, and there it is. Kirby will find Neo in the end, so it brings it back to a 4-on-4. This is a hard eco out of Virtus.Pro. So Dignitas, they have a good chance here to just keep these 4 remaining players alive, walk all over VP.
2 versus 4. If they could steal a gun or anything like that, it'd still be better than nothing. Nice James Bond action there from Bialy, just slowly sniping away with the silencer, picking up an AK. A lot less subtle, really, than a USPS, but not going to be good enough either. Snacks will be alone, and we're about to be a 10-1 here in favor of Dignitas. I see people asking on Twitter and saying, is this just like Dignitas playing really well or a VP playing really badly? Probably some sort of combination right now, but certainly it's what we were sort of warning people about earlier. There are, like, Virtus.Pro Online is just like a really weird team.
Well, it's also that VP, I mean, there might be this where it's just like VP, they're going to play the match, but they have no chance of getting to the LAN now. And VP is one of those teams, I think, where they tend to step up when there's something on the line, when there's still a chance for them, or they're the underdog, or they're the favorite team, whatever. They're just going to try and crush their opponents as best they can. But right now, it seems like they're a little deflated, and that might be because they're sitting with 10 losses in the group, which pretty much like guarantees that they're not making it to this LAN final.
Nice. Sneak in through the smoke there. Rubino going to be gone, but in the meantime, the rest of the team pushing into B, and Bialy, if he goes down, and he will, that's a huge problem now for the CT side. Neo sneaking up here, Pasha coming in from the other side, but Config wrecking them with a double kill, and it's going to be down to a 3 versus 4 here. They've got a lot of health on VP, and Dignitas definitely don't, and the bomb taking a long time to be put down. Tensky still winning the fight against Snacks. And Taz and Pasha, they have to go for it.
Yeah, they can't afford to give Team Dignitas any more rounds. This has to be it. Taz drops into CT, doesn't spot Config, doesn't see the gun barrel either, and Config gets the free kill. Taz, he could have just seen the tip of the AK there. But it's not meant to be. He will be disappointed.
Just the tip, Sam.
Yeah, and I was trying to find a way to like set that up as well, right? He'll be left wanting. He'll be unsatisfied.
Stop. I regret saying that. 1 versus 4 now, and they all survived that bomb blast in spite of 3 of them being very low on health. Tensky and Config are actually tied for top score right now, 15 on each, and it's 11-1. Moving into the 13th round here. I don't know what to say. I can't even figure out like any credible scenario in which Virtus.Pro could bring this back.
I mean, to be fair though, I wasn't expecting Tensky to go ham.
No,
I was totally expecting that from Config to be the top fragger. I mean, to just beat up on VP, but I wasn't expecting Tensky to be the the wingman there. I was looking more towards Rubino. Even MSL, he's been stepping up in particular lately. So just really solid performance out of the two of the latest additions to the roster.
Right now, everything that Dignitas does seems to be working. Like every call they make appears to be the right one. It's a little bit rough for VP. Neo's been sneaking up here again, trying to see if he can get a bit close. Maybe he could find the timing to actually get maybe a kill, steal a rifle somewhere. Rubino right around the corner, but he's going to win that fight. And Bialy and Snacks, well, not sure it really matters what they do at this point.
No. I mean, there's money over on Dignitas as well. This is now... Well, it's all going to be down to Snacks, and he's just hoping that Rubino is going to push or keep pushing. And unfortunately, he's going to be left wanting. Rubino, he comes around from the other side. Snacks, he's going to be so frustrated. It's like, why didn't you come from T-spawn, Rubino?
Yeah, I'm 12-1. 14th round is coming up here. They're getting Shrek'd.
Yeah, Shrek'd is pretty... It's a pretty apt way to describe this situation. I mean, yeah, Config and Tensky, this deadly duo on Dignitas, this has got to be so uplifting for Dignitas as well. Granted, you're right, honeymoon period perhaps, and just all-out hunger. But MSL leading the charge into mid, picks up the first kill. Neo's there, but then Kirby boost manages to pick off Snacks in turn. They've got that man advantage now, Dignitas. And what was that? The dropping headshot from Kirby midair on Neo. Doesn't go farther than that, but then Taz gets caught by Rubino, and it is going to be Bialy all alone on the B site. Left, well, again, there's no real saving. He needs to try and do something heroic here.
I'm done. That shot from Kirby was ridiculous.
This isn't Hollywood, Kirby. That's not actually supposed to happen. And yeah, Bialy just can't catch a break.
I don't know if there is like a Danish version of Hollywood, but like if we've like got Bollywood somewhere, but
yeah, Bollywood, Dollywood.
Actually, by the way, that was kind of like a Bollywood type of action. Like those ridiculous ones where the cars flip over and the helicopters get hammered by a spear, and then I love that.
Car flips and the guy like pulls the guy out of the car and arrests him.
Amazing, completely amazing. That was basically Kirby. Indian action style.
Yeah, VP certainly feel like the criminal right now. It's like, why are we getting beat up?
For a good 14 rounds in a row, yeah. Just except for that one round where they were very aggressive and charged into the bomb side. That's the only thing that's really worked for them. We're going to see if they can continue on here on the Dignitas side. MSL picking up Neo early on. He's AWPing now as well. Trying to see if he could do a little bit more good for his team.
And MSL, yeah, exactly. Capable of AWPing. Well, this might be a moment here for Snacks, but Rubino not going to get caught off guard. Taz is going to be rotating back up short, hoping to be able to put a kill in here, but it's not going to happen. This is a rotation, a big rotation, in fact, coming out from VP. 2 players now on this A site. Well, they're going to be able to continue with the pain train. Rubino removes Pasha, and MSL finds Taz. Open A site now for Dignitas in the 15th round, and this is going to be a 14-1 finish. So it's, I may be calling it early here, Anders, but a 1v4 situation. Bialy's good, but he's not Vugo level. He's not Vu-good.
No. Ooh.
That's right.
It's nice. It's very nice. No, MSL with the triple AWP kill at the end there, and it's going to be 14-1. I don't know what to say. I mean, this is just insane.
Well, what could be happening over on VP's side right now? What can they be actually talking about? Maybe there just isn't much talking at all going on at this point. You get 14-1 to the face in the first half. You're probably just thinking, okay, can we end the pain?
Let's move on.
Let's move on to the next map. This is a best of one as well. So
Whoa, wait. It was Polish Independence Day like 3 days ago, I think.
Dude, if you're still hungover after 3 days,
I think the party's still going on after 3 days.
That's like an achievement right there.
I think that has to be the cause. Anything they do for the next week or so, I'll probably blame that. I think there's a good chance.
Okay. For a week, right.
Yeah, that's how long it takes me to get over it.
Let's see. Tensky on A. He's got support from Kierby. Okay, this is... I mean, still, Tensky has been doing pretty good work throughout the first half. VP will be able to get onto this site, though. It's going to come down to Kierby and Tensky, and Kierby already getting popped.
Yeah, Tensky, a lot of trouble in the back lines here. Can't hit the headshot. Really good trigger discipline, though. You can see Tensky not really panicking, just calmly trying to land the shots. They did spot Pasha in the corner, and MSL is going to get the kill. Still a 2 versus 3 here, and looking pretty good for VP right now. They've even got the dual elites here. Not been put into play yet by Snacks, and Config going to be alone, looking for a couple of plates, but as long as they don't fight him, I don't see him doing this. He's going to get the one. They really will try and fight him, and they've got a lot more bullets there. Snacks doesn't have to reload and ends up winning.
How close does this guy have to get, though? 4 HP left on Snacks. That's pretty close, Anders. Second round on the board, though, for Virtus.Pro.
Oh, no. 4. That's 3 more than you need, Semler.
Okay, touche.
That's how I always think about it.
1 HP. Well, not all of us can be Vugo. Alright, well, let's see. Quad Deagles. This is actually true Dignitas style as well. Not going for the full force, just going for some Deagles.
Oh, Config. There's the shot. Going back for more against Snacks, who's going to take that fight. And this is what we've been talking about for a while. I don't know why people are so insistent on fighting the Deagles. I mean, this time it looks like Snacks came out on top, but it's one of those things where whenever we complain about the deal being so strong, and it is really, really good, we also have to just think about how teams like deal with them. And most people deal with them exactly like Snacks did. They think, I'm just gonna take the fight.
I mean, it almost feels like at this point you have to treat it like an op.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you gotta flash, you gotta try and get that angle, that edge, so you're not just running into the crosshairs, because the Deagle is just so accurate now at long range. Close range, long range, you're going to do some damage. Tensky, though, getting caught by Taz. Good play there by Taz to actually get up on the forklift. And now VP regain control of that situation. They get their confidence back, walk in, claim a 3rd round. And so, not going to be quite enough here for Team Dignitas to go for the force. So I imagine more Deags? Or do they not want to commit to the 700? Seems like it.
Yeah, gonna relax just a little bit here. I can't summon up too much enthusiasm right now for what VP are up to, though. I don't see them making this comeback work. 13 rounds in a row is what they need.
Yeah, that's pretty tough for any team. Well, Kierby spots the man going to defense, though. Config has been boosted up, so he might be able to actually, catch Pasha off guard, and Rubino takes out Neo at the same time. 2 very quick kills there for Dignitas. Virtus.Pro are going to try and take advantage of this, though, by charging out on the A site. They line it up. Rubino, he's going to pick up the 1. Taz and Snacks now the last 2 alive. And luckily for them, Snacks is in mid, so he gets the backstab on Rubino. Taz hears the steps coming, and Tensky not able to capitalize. Snacks takes out Config as well, and just like that,
wow.
VP managed to get control of the situation once again. Crazy close, though. If Taz misses that shot, that's it. No way Snacks is winning a 1v3 in that situation.
Yeah, and if he had kept planting the bomb, then he would have been dead for sure, so that would have been a little bit tricky. 14-4, AWP picked up on Neo, and Dignitas without any sniper rifle, but they do have rifles all around otherwise, so we'll see if they can be able to close out this game. And maybe even with a really, really big scoreline here, that would be cool.
Quick anti-boost, so VP, it's looking to me like they're thinking about going out through mid right now. MSL gets full flash. They don't trade accurately. Snacks is there to get the kill. It's going to come down to Kierby, and he keeps it. Locks down mid, but then Neo's there to take out Rubino, and it's not over yet, Dignitas. You still need to consolidate on the sites themselves, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Give up mid control, and now, well, VP now have quite a bit of space to work with. I can't imagine Config is feeling too happy about the scenario either. He's all alone over on that B site.
Oh, Kierby with a big double kill here. Tensky looking to take down Neo as well. Maybe he's in the middle, actually, a little bit low on health. It's Bialy coming in through main, and we'll see if he can actually pick up a kill. It's very, very important. VP, they can't afford to lose this round, and they're going to bring it back to 2-2. Neo missing the shot, and Bialy now. Bomb is dropped up in highway, and he's going to have to do 1v2 here.
He has to figure it out. He's got 40 seconds to play with at least. But they have a man sitting on the bomb itself. It's basically both of the guys who are on fire right now for Dignitas as well, Config and Tensky. And Tensky playing some mind games, getting up in that smoke, hoping to catch Bialy looking the wrong way by pushing through. Instead, that's going to leave his teammate in a 1v1, and Bialy catches him right on the edge of that smoke, but of course, has no idea that Tensky's at his back. So Tensky with the gamble pushing through that smoke, it actually pays off in the end. And that puts Team Dignitas up on match point.
And it puts Tensky 1 kill off Config, so that battle is still going on between those two top fraggers here. Wow. What a round, and it almost looked like Bialy could have maybe done it there. He just had no information.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. Tensky sneaking into that smoke was one of those master plays where it just all works out for him. Well, there's the setup. Quick smoke in to block any kind of rush coming in from VP. If there was a desperation play with Tech9s or something of the sort, Dignitas don't want to let VP be able to get in there for free. And instead, VP are going for the A execute. We're going to have those smokes sailing in now. And it's a thing of beauty. Can they hold, though? It's going to be down to Tensky. He's the only man on that site. He's got Kjerby up high as well.
Oh, you see them coming through the smoke, and Tensky's going to get a kill Kjerby as well. Pistols out, and Neo going to win with that Deagle. Rubino taking him down right afterwards, so still looking good here. 2 versus 3, Bialy and Taz inside the bomb site, trying to see if they can stay alive. Taz going to go down, all on Bialy. 1 versus 3. He sprays, want to get shot in the back, and that's going to be it. Dignitas 16-4 victory here against Virtus.Pro on Cash. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to be that brave, Config, but he holds off, they win the round, they get the job done, and Dignitas just completely dumpster Virtus.Pro. Like that's like they took the dumpster, put VP in it, took that to the dump, chucked it in the dump, and you know that's that's how hard. Like VP just took it right there.
Inception type dumpster, you know.
It's a dumpster within a dumpster, right?
Pretty accurate. Well, I mean, yeah, that was not what we were expecting, especially with the lineup change, you know, against like a solid core like VP. You'd think that that there would be something there, but maybe the map, maybe the fact that VP already realized that qualifying for the LAN here is like slipped out of their hands. So, and then the fact that VP online are just a completely unpredictable team.
Yeah, I think it's like compounding together to make it so that VP aren't in the match 100%, but still quite a performance from Dignitas nonetheless, right? It's still like, you can't underestimate Virtus.Pro, even when they maybe aren't going 100%.
Yeah, and I think you're right, though. I mean, the really encouraging thing is Tensky being so good, right? I mean,
Tensky, yeah, and Config. I was curious to see if Config was going to be able to hit that level, but he just rocked at the beginning of that half, along with Tensky, between the two of them. Yeah. Really remarkable stuff.
Absolutely.
And now, guys, we have both new rosters.
Yeah, that's
hitting each other. Fnatic and Dignitas up next.
And we've even made up time because this game was so quick. So we've got another 8 minutes before we actually get ready with the game. So stay with us and we will be back soon enough. If you've missed anything before we go, though, go and check out theScore eSports and download the application on iOS or Android, or both if you have one of each. You know, the ultimate combo there. So definitely do that. Keep up with articles and also obviously scores. So that's pretty much it. 8 minutes and we'll be back with Fnatic and Dignitas.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters. Delta Time's debating sitting against it. Oh, it's beautiful. Exists. 2 kills could never be so important.
Gonna go for it behind the fountain. Kerrigan's just gonna charge him down. He's gonna miss quite a few pistol shots. Kenny X, he won the kill, and then he gets the second. Kenny X punches the round.
W.
This is Maniac.
Hi, I'm Shroud and I play ESEA.
And I play on the ECA. And I play on ESEA.
Welcome back once again. We are the final game of the evening here of the ESL ESEA Pro League, and we've got Dignitas and Fnatic playing up in a best-of-1 game on Inferno. What do you think, Semler? New lineups?
I think that it really sucks when your throat is dry and you're trying to eat pizza really quickly and you take that last bite and it gets clogged there for a second, right? That uncomfortable feeling where it refuses to go down. Kind of like what's going to happen to Fnatic here.
I see.
Unless we can get Vugo back on the server.
Unless we could.
Dignitas are looking pretty good right now.
I don't want to rule anything out. I think there's a chance it could happen. It's been happening for a couple of times lately, so why not just do it again? Get Vugo back. Oh, okay. I see what this is. Let's see how successful this mission is going to be here for good old Olafmeister. Well, everything has already changed. Mission has been aborted.
Versus
But obviously here in the 9th round, we're just trying to decide who is going to be starting on what side. Which on Inferno, in some cases, I think, especially if you're playing as Fnatic, could make a pretty big difference. CT side is one that they have a history of locking down pretty hard, so see if they could do it again here. They do win the 9th on the Fnatic side, and guessing they're going to start here on CT.
Yeah, well, yeah, Inferno's one of those maps where you're pretty much like, I am going to start on CT because it is still a heavily CT-favored map. So a pretty straightforward call here for Fnatic, but we saw what Dignitas were capable of on the T side. They were able to keep it together. They were able to take out VP in crushing fashion. And so, well, now, can Fnatic hold their own without Vugo here, you know, to basically help them out, to make up for any deficiencies in the lineup?
Hey, Fnatic almost lost to Navi on that dust map, so might not be looking super on point here tonight. Let's see if that's going to change.
Back in CT. Was that moment's hesitation? Seems like he didn't want to. Well, Flusha isn't seeing anybody in Banana. That's why he didn't fully commit. And now Olafmeister takes out Tensky to start. Olafmeister with a double kill, and he's still alive somehow. That sets it up for Dennis to go for a long peek, pick up one kill, and it's down to Kierby now, the last man alive. Flusha caught Rubino in mid. So all on Flusha. Flusha pushing all the way down to the bottom of Banana. Basically allowed Fnatic to just be perfectly prepared for Dignitas coming into that A site.
I would say a hugely dangerous setup having the one and then the 4 people over here in a pistol. That's very scary, but it worked out just fine for them. So you can't really criticize too much, but definitely a bit of a risk.
Yeah, it pays off in the end now. Sometimes when you don't have Vugo to fall back on, you got to take risks, Sanders. Sometimes you got to go big. And so it is going to be a forced buy out of Dignitas now going into the second round. They didn't get the bomb plant. They got clobbered. So they are going to take a bit of an uncharacteristic risk here. Nice nade down to the bottom of Banana as well, doing a little bit of damage to MSL. Well, that's pretty standard. Well, it's Olafmeister and Crims. Okay, good. I was about to say, did they change up how they're holding on the CT side? But no, Dennis is going to be playing over on the A side instead.
Tensky. Some blind shots going through, not really connecting with anybody on the other side. Crims still with a smoke up here in case they want to re-smoke it, and it's pretty much what they have as well. Olafmeister doesn't have his. JW could re-smoke B from Arch if he wanted to buy a little bit more time.
I'm glad to see this deadly duo back in action, though. Olafmeister and Crims, monsters of the B site defense. It is looking like right now, at least, Tensky is going to be left solo over here, seeing if anybody's going to be peeking out from Fnatic. He's listening carefully as well. Wants to hear any kind of steps, any kind of info at all. And it will be Dignitas actually coming back towards Banana. And this could get a little nasty here because Olafmeister's backed off. He is going to be able to rotate in close enough once again. Some tip off there to allow him to get back into position. And now, well, things could get nasty here for Dignitas.
Trying to fall back here, smoke goes up, Crims is going to go down, so is Oliver. Flusha coming through with a triple, with a quad spray down, all of it through the smoke, that's ridiculous. And now it's going to be down to Config here. Flusha, well, not going to get the P90 ace, it'll be JW to finish the round, but that happens so fast, and Fnatic, I mean, they're going to be 2-0 here, and Dignitas probably a little bit upset at that. That was such a good start for them.
Yeah, I was about to say, everything was working out for them. They got both Crims and Olaf. They have the site, the smoke is still up, they're thinking, great. Perfect. Good golly gosh. We got this, guys. Nope. Flusha not interested in letting any fun happen on this server. 2-0 for Fnatic. Flusha just keeping them in here. And Dignitas, they're going to be back to P250s now. Back to pistols. No bomb plant there to bolster them. Bolster that economy. One single flash for MSL, so we'll see when he decides to use it. But then he'll never get the chance. Olaf and JW just shred Dignitas. And this is a very quick beginning to the first half here. 3 rounds very quickly gotten here by Fnatic.
Yeah, a bit scary really for the Dignitas team. I mean, if Fnatic are playing as they used to do on the CT side of Dust on Dust on Inferno, and almost nobody can break through. It's very, very difficult. So
yeah, they are one of those teams that is capable of just locking down a CT half.
It might be too soon to call, but we've certainly seen some historical evidence that could be the case. Grenades raining back and forth on Banana, and it's going to be Olofmeister to take down Flusher. It's triple stack on the B bomb site here. One of them down to a teammate, but the fact that it's Flusher who dies means that's an instant tell to Dignitas that something is up.
Yeah. And you see them trying to push over to mid towards A, hoping to be able to capitalize on that. But of course, nobody on Fnatic is going to make that elementary mistake of, you know, pushing. While the triple push isn't happening in Banana, they're going to hold pretty far back on that A site. So Dignitas really not able to get much more out of that situation, apart from Apartment's control. But even then, there's a really odd setup actually from Fnatic and Apartments. They've got 2 guys waiting up there, hoping for a target to come through. It's just not going to happen. Well, I speak too soon.
Kill not quite happening for Rubino. And instead, Crim's going to be falling back into the B-bomb side here, trying to see if he can hold on a bit longer. It's 4 versus 3. Crim's going to get shut down by Kyebu. And look at the rotation here, quite far away. And because JW and Olaf are very low on health, this isn't so easy. Just trying to get the shots through. And I think the key point here is Dennis has to win this fight on Banana. He's got no idea. And Kyebu flashed, and he still almost goes down. A bit scary, but this should be Dignitas' round here.
This should be the big moment for them. Olaf and JW just trying to put shots through, hoping somebody's going to make a misstep. They get no targets. They have nothing to work with, and now they're just going to be trying to back out. JW trying to pin down the man behind new boxes. He gets dropped down to 20 HP. And while Olofmeister's now stuck behind the truck, there's no escape for him now. He's going to get swarmed. The best he can hope for is taking somebody with him, but that isn't even going to happen for him. And JW is just hoofing it out of there, hoping to hold on to that M4. We've lost Crims in the meantime, Anders. Terrorists win. Drum roll.
Is it going to be that time again?
The return of the beast?
They're going to end up wearing him out of this stage, you know.
That's the thing, man. You know, the whole point of an ace up your sleeve is you only need, you know, use it when you really, really need it. The fact that they're using Vugo so much right now, that's not going to help Fnatic.
Yeah, you want to save it when there's a lot on the table too, not just like Dignitas, you know. You want to wait until you've got, like, you know, Envy or something. You're up.
Exactly. You know, and Vugo probably hasn't let them forget about that either. You know, he was standing behind them that whole time. They could have just, you know, high five, tag him in. He could have been the man to make the difference versus Envy, but you know, Fnatic, they're just gonna have to live with themselves. And there it is. Crims joins back in. So.
All right.
What's that to say?
These chickens look so skeptical, don't they?
They do. Fnatic, cluck cluck. Why no Vugo? Cluck.
I am fascinated.
That is one chill chicken. With an iron beak.
All right, well, we're rudely interrupted by the sound of horses running up middle, right on towards Banana and that B bomb site. Also, the other side of the map's Apartments here. JW going to win that fight. A swift return here from Fnatic. And this is a bit of a disaster for Dignitas. They just do not have a lot of money. They did have 3 heals fighting the last round, but they need to win this, or at the very, very least get the bomb down.
Crims playing it safe as well, but yeah, there was a little bit of a tell how that nade bounced, and Crims, yeah, he's just thinking, what is this, the 1800s minus Spaghetti Western? Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good sound. Molotov to replace the smoke. That does sort of put them out of defensive grenades, apart from flashbangs here. So there's going to be time for Dignitas to make it through. They, in turn, have 2 smokes and 2 Molotovs. And maybe they could fire out, especially Flusher, who's playing behind new boxes right now. Crims going to be up on the coils, trying to see if he can make it in. Pat Flash goes out. One's a good job there. Crims taking a lot of damage and will end up dropping in the back lines here. Flusher going to die as well. And MSL, it's a nice double for him.
This isn't pretty. They don't have any nades left. I mean, Tensky's got the single flash. He's playing from pool, so he's going to be at risk. MSL right on the edge of the new boxes as well. JW's about to run into Tensky. As soon as that smoke clears in Banana, it's going to get real rough here for Tensky, so he's really got to make something happen. Takes 1 kill, spots JW coming through the smoke, but he couldn't quite line up the shot. For a second there, you believed that it might be possible, but Fnatic keep their cool. JW just comes charging through, and Olafmeister and JW will both survive the round 4-1 in the hard reset. And I actually had no idea that it muted the sound if you went in the water like that.
Me neither. Is that a change?
Something that actually came through with the update that we weren't aware of before.
Because I actually have been spending a lot of time just swimming around this water, and I
Keeping the fish company.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're even more soulless than the chickens. They just don't care. Look at it. They don't care.
They don't even care to you know, have a fluid motion, man. That is a truly soulless beast.
Yeah, never mind the kraken. Just look at those goldfish. JW all the way across the map with the M4 A4 Howl, in fact. And see if he can make anything happen. Dennis is playing in the ninja corner, but it's smoked off. He can't really see who's coming, and now they're going to wrap around in towards quad in the A-bomb site. Nice defense put up here. Olafmeister does go down. JW with the double kill, and Dennis helping out, and swift shutdown there. I mean, Dignitas trying to put on the speed, and it's one of those scenarios where if you try and do a rush like that, and the CTs are holding sort of close to middle on either side, you could catch them and you could run them over.
True.
But when they're holding really far back, and I mean, just a little bit further back even, it gets so tricky. Like that, the speed and aggression of that rush isn't really felt the same way.
No, exactly. I mean, you just kind of run into a brick wall, especially if JW's really smart. He doesn't overextend. We saw how he played the positioning there, took advantage of the case to close it off, to turn, you know, instead of him facing 1, 2, 3 Tech 9s, instead he's turning it into 1v1 duels that he should be winning. Nicely done, though, by Config, catching Dennis looking the wrong way there. And now, Dignitas, well, Fnatic rather, get punished for going aggressive. Olafmeister, though, determined to bring it back, and JW as well. 2 players pushing down Banana, and they managed to pick off Config in the mix.
Oh, and Olafmeister must have been so frustrated. He couldn't actually help out Dennis because the Molotov that was there. Otherwise, I think Dennis would have been safe a lot longer, and Olaf would have been distracting them. JW trying to walk through the smoke. It's going to be successful. Sprays down one as a headshot as well. Tensky to drop last, and Fnatic, I feel like Fnatic shouldn't be winning this round, but they did anyway, and now it's going to be 6-1, 10-2-0 right now for JW. Hasn't died yet.
This is where it gets the true test starts to kick in here for Dignitas. They had a flying color start versus Virtus.Pro. Everything went their way, really solid. Now they have to figure out how they deal with this situation as a team when things aren't exactly going their way, where they're getting beat up by JW, by the rest of Fnatic, and now it's going to have to turn into a grind game where they're going to have to just hope that they can get a minimum number of rounds. Config, though, finds Olaf, so not too shabby. Flush it down to 2 HP, but that doesn't stop him from dunking MSL.
Oh, and another dunk grenade coming in right up to the middle, and Config is going to be gone. Some nice, was it surgical strike? I think it's the American term.
Surgical strike? Yeah, okay. They're that precise.
I mean, every once in a while, a couple of civilians, you know, get caught in the mix, but what can you do?
There's no drones on this server, Anders.
I really want to buy a drone, by the way. Not to shoot missiles,
yeah,
though.
I was about to say, I don't think they sell those to the public.
What a shame.
And there we go. All that.
It would be wonderful, though. You know, your neighbors are being noisy at 4 in the morning or something. You just launch the drone.
I'd love it too, man. I have neighbors who are nosy out, like right next door too. Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, you just go out on the balcony, float the drone over to the window. Right? Be perfect.
A little laser beam.
Right. Turn the music down.
7-1, and Fnatic just doing a very good job right now. Dignitas coming straight over, just completely beating the hell out of Virtus.Pro, and now they're getting beaten themselves. So some sort of cosmic balance in play here, maybe. Universal justice, all of that stuff that should exist but doesn't. Dennis shooting up the wall for no apparent reason. Maybe he thought he had a flashbang. Dennis may in fact be just a little bit drunk at this point in time. MSL and Rubino are 2 versus 4 here, and JW's finally died for the first time in this game at 15-2-1.
I was about to say, if Dennis gets that flash off, maybe JW, he gets a quad instead of only 3. See what I'm saying here, Dennis? Your teammate, he needed you. You let him down. Well, now MSL, no, well, actually, that's Rubino. MSL still trying to work his way out through Boiler. He's going to just go for a little bit too long there with the spray, and Olafmeister will find him through that smoke. But yeah, JW just not quite able to pull off the quad.
It's going to leave it at 8-1, and the money for Dignitas. I mean, what do you... Yeah, I guess, like, doing, like, a semi-buy is is a reasonable plan. Maybe you could get some luck out of these Tech 9s.
Go for the quasi, go for another apartment play, perhaps. And that could be an option, especially if they're, if Flush is holding with the AWP over on a site. You could look to try and get the punish there, but unfortunately for Dignitas, if that's what they had in mind, it's going to be up at Banana that Flusha has that AWP, and this could work out for Dignitas. Things, they will go their way perhaps. Flusha, he will just barely make it out in time, and Crims is there to buy even more of it for him. Attempted pop flash, Crims is ready, picks off Tensky, and it's just going to be down to Config. Config, though, not even going to be able to take out Crims. Crims just holds his own, lives with 12 HP at the end of the round.
Good use of grenades as well for Fnatic, just making sure that by the time Dignitas are sort of ready to engage, I mean, never mind that they ran into the AWP, which generally speaking, they're so hard for them to win any kind of fight. The money on Fnatic is also gone fairly out of control here. Dignitas finally able to buy a little bit right now. 9-1.
Well. Oh. Deep flash into second mid, but unfortunately, nobody's there to take the peek behind it. But it's all about mind games, Anders. That's the thing. Now Dignitas are going to be wary. Could buy some time. Dennis, does he hit the flick? Yes, he does. Godlike shot from him. And that allows for JW to go for the peek behind it. That teamwork between Fnatic, that 1-2 combination punch, really rocking Dignitas. And, a nade at MSL speed as well will help.
Yeah, Tensky almost looked like he was about to get the flick there, Olofmeister. Crims moving up that fire. What is going on? I think he probably didn't realize it was going to spread in that pattern. He must have thought it landed somewhere else. And Crims almost getting burned from 100 down to 0 there.
They're really starting a pretty heavy rotation over towards the B site, though, Fnatic. Flusha stops on Speedway, so he's just waiting for confirmation. But what a headshot. Kjedby actually is going to peek out from Boiler, take out Dennis. That was the only man defending A site. Dignitas, they have no way of knowing that, but there was a real opportunity.
Otherwise, Tensky probably would have been dead as well. It was the last second that he could have got that shot to save his teammate. Well, Bomb is still waiting in. Boiler with about 28 seconds here, and Flusha goes down, and Crim's probably just shaking his head right now, wondering, how do we go from 2 versus 4 into a 1 versus 2, where I, with 2 health left, had to try and do everything?
Symmetry almost, right? Let's see. He's just hoping to get lucky with the headshot at this point, Crims. No real chance of being, considering there's going to be this crossfire established now. Man up in apartments, another one in Graveyard, and bomb is planted for Dignitas. Just creating as much noise as possible over here, Crims, hoping to be perhaps take them with him. I mean, if he can keep them close enough on this site, Kjedby is at 5 HP. Kjedby needs to start running right away. He might not even make it away in time. He's going to be cutting it real close. Down to 2 HP, Kjedby.
Wow. Saving the orb not too bad. I mean, they do have so much money that even if he had died, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. And I might have even wanted to argue that it would have been funny if he could have tried to make them blow up with him. But
sure. Thought that was what he had in mind. Considering they still have so much money on Fnatic, he could have definitely afforded to just die, go up with it, and see if he could actually take 2 with him.
Well, right now it's a 7-round lead for the Fnatic team. JW in the middle here while the rest are pushing up top Banana, and Crim's ready, but he's going to get shut down by Config. Crouching into the angle there. Molotov to buy some time for Olofmeister, and a little bit of backup is coming in as well. And JW I think he maybe did some damage then onto MSL, but didn't actually get the kill. He's at 16-2-2, so he slowed down a little bit from his 15-0 or 15-1 scoreline. Just a bit.
No, I mean, there's so much talent on Fnatic, that shouldn't be an issue. I mean, Vugo isn't here to hog all the frags either, so it really is their time to shine. Kjedby going to set up with SCT smoke. We're going to have a coil smoke going down as well. Standard fare here from Dignitas going onto that B site. A very well-timed Molotov, though. Stops this push cold. The flashes as well, and Dignitas, their smokes are ticking by. They have to commit to something here. Either they back off or they just try to barrel through. This is insanely frustrating for Dignitas, though. They made a huge investment into going onto this site.
But they still have a Molotov they just put up there and 2 smokes, so they've got so much equipment still. Molotov goes in the back line now. They're going to run it back towards the A bomb site. JW's here in the middle. He misses the first flick. Grenade comes out as well, but inside the bomb site. And this they might not be expecting. Dennis is on here with the M4. He's going to drop one. He keeps spraying. And look at this. Just getting all the kills nearly simultaneously. Kjedby and Tensky with a double kill each. And that'll make it 9-3.
Oh, no risk yet, though, of an eco coming out from Fnatic. Even if they lose this one, they'll be in a decent enough situation. So it's not going to get any easier here for Dignitas. Curious to see if Dignitas are going to decide to force up on Banana again, though. But Dennis lining up for the smoke. Glorious arc. Top Banana. Nice flash to force Olaf off the angle, though. Bit of an HE follow-up as well. Doesn't really do too much. And Olaf wants to press the issue. MSL with the punish and a double kill. Kierby takes out JW. It's going to be down to Dennis. He's got to line him up, though. 2 headshots for him, but then Kierby puts him down, and it is going to be the man advantage here for Dignitas going on to that A site. 2 players alive on the A site itself for the Danes, and they should be able to get the bomb plant here. Really put the pressure on Fnatic.
You gotta wonder if Dennis could have known the position he was in, but actually, if he falls back from getting those 2 first kills, then they're in a 3 versus 3 and a really good chance of winning it. He might not have realized that nobody was coming from apartments, so, you know, if he tried to fall back and got caught from there, that would have been obviously horrendous, but it looked like there was a good chance here. Now, Flusher and Crim's hoping that Dignitas make a big mistake. Doesn't look like they will, which means this retake is kind of falling apart here.
Although Crims picks up the 1. Other man took a bullet to the face, but Rubino will win that duel versus Crims, and it's going to be down to Flusha now trying to make it costly. No saving that AWP. Very well done by Flusha. He could even try and get in here and see if he can find Tensky. Tensky will be able to pick up that op, though, and they still manage it in the end, Dignitas. Very well done.
So
every dollar counts.
Tensky was actually down here when, was it Kierby or someone getting almost killed right here? I think if they could have got that kill, then how is Tensky going to get back in and stop the bomb from being defused? He probably doesn't, so that was actually a little bit scary. Well, 9-4, 14th round coming up here, and Dignitas starting to get a couple of rounds on the board finally, and making it a bit more competitive.
And they're challenging Top Banana already. Huge spray going down, trying to go with the deep nades as well. Really want to take control of this Top Banana Dignitas. They want all of the the room to move as possible. As much room to move as possible, but then they don't actually follow through with it, which is surprising. They've got the flashes, the Molotovs, everything up there, and then they don't push through. So Fnatic, if they want, they can still try and get in here and do some work.
Wow, that's a sick grenade that comes out. That was JW banking it off the side of the wall and right into 3 players holding. I mean, Dignitas, they're very low on health. Fnatic have been bruised a little bit too, but this is... how do you make it into a site when 2 of your players can take maybe 1 or 2 shots and... I don't know, that's going to be tricky.
And the Halo of M4 bullets are going to be waiting for you. The Crossfire's established in mid as well. And JW, just with a little peek, catches out Kierby. And now, well, 4 players alive here for Dignitas. Down a man. They still have a good nade count, though. 3 flashes and 3 smokes. They can just find a kill here. MSL trying to force the issue, and Olafmeister shuts him down. And Dennis on short will hold his own versus Tensky. It's falling apart for the Danish team. It's down to Config and Rubino now, the last 2 here. And, well, with 18 seconds left, they just don't have enough time to force this. The defense holds for Fnatic.
Why is everybody rotated into A here for the Fnatic team? Doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? I mean, we can tell nothing's happened.
Let me at him. That's what they're saying, man.
But that could have been kind of a big deal if someone had just been waiting outside of E with a bomb or something. Another round for the Swedes here. 10-4 in the 15th round. I mean, it's not the best equipment that Dignitas can buy, but they should be able to put a little bit something together and make it competitive. I think they need the 5th round so badly here. I don't think they can win this game by having 4 rounds on the T side.
Yeah, they need a little bit more. I mean, CT side, we saw what they were capable of versus Virtus.Pro, so I mean, they can still put up a fight, but every round counts versus a team of Fnatic's caliber, and especially when Fnatic, they're going all guns blazing. They're fighting their best. JW with yet another pick to open it up. Flusha peeks just to take out MSL. And again, Dignitas right at the beginning of the round, down 2 men. Kierby trying to battle back, but Flusha roasts him for his trouble. And it's just going to be Tensky and Rubino.
All alone is what he is. Flusha having picked up a triple, and Tensky going to go down to Crims 11-4. First half finish in favor of Fnatic, and just a very convincing start as well. Hard to really argue with. JW at 1 point up at 15-2-1, I think. I think he ends the game at the half around 19 kills, which is still very, very good.
Crazy.
It's halfway to a Guardian almost.
Yeah, halfway, exactly.
Not quite, but close.
It's not as close a half, though, so honestly, if Fnatic win the pistol, I don't think he's going to have, unless he gets a couple aces in there, Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for him to match that godlike Guardian scoreline. I mean, really, Guardian, 40 bomb in 30 rounds. That's
Still losing the game.
still losing the game as well. I mean, that's like AZ at the major level frustration, I think. Hey guys, you know, just don't mind me dropping 37 frags. If we please win the game.
But now he's in G2.
That's right, and so we'll be looking forward to seeing how G2 pan out now that Dennis has made his way over here to Fnatic. Still feels weird seeing Fnatic without Pronax though, man. How long has it been? 2 years, nearly two plus. Nearly, yeah. No, that's
major.
crazy actually. Pretty much 2 years down to like the week
Yeah.
that he was with Fnatic. Holy hell!
They had a timer on it.
2-year contract.
Well, here in the second half, it's going to be all up to Dignitas to try and do, and just more than a little bit of just locking down the CT side. They've got to almost, you know, build walls and erect turrets and everything else, trying to keep them out. Kirby doing a pretty good job so far, headshotting Flusher and dropping him. They obviously need the pistol round, but even then, they need a lot more. Rubinos are going to be taking down Olafmeister. Very good start right now for Dignitas.
This is actually perfect for them. 4 players alive on the A side as well. They made the correct call. JW is going to take out Rubino, though. MSL down to 2 HP. He will get hunted down. No, he barely makes it out of there somehow. Thought for sure he'd be gone. And yes, Dennis will find him in the end. Krims with the headshot on Tensky, and all that hard work from Dignitas at the start of this to get that advantage. It's all falling apart here. Dennis just tombs Config. Buries him in that pit. And Kirby all alone now in a 1v3, hoping for a lucky headshot.
That's a little bit hard to deal. At this point, I would say from Kirby's point of view, just save the armor. There is not a lot that you can do in this situation here. So yeah, run away. It seems so ridiculous to have to save armor in a pistol round, but it's better than just giving it up for absolutely no reason.
And that's crazy. It was actually 2 years to the day.
Is this real life?
Yeah. Crazy. Thanks, Andre.
Yeah, so I actually remember exactly what the context was in which he joined Fnatic, because that was the MSI Beat It tournament in Beijing, where I went to
yeah, you're never
cast
gonna
that.
forget that tournament.
Yeah, no, for a whole wide range of reasons, I will never forget that tournament. But yeah, that's the only Counter-Strike tournament I've been to in Asia. So a lot of fun, actually, in spite of all the chaos.
I mean, that's just how
Delpan was there as well. It was
right.
interesting times.
you cast it with Karn. I mean, that's how crazy, like, Pronax, though. Like, truly a legend. I mean, he gets into the team. 2 weeks later, they win the first major by upsetting NiP. And then he goes on to win back-to-back majors. I mean, a 3-time major champion. Just a legendary player, flat out, no discussion. So it is really odd to see Fnatic, well, basically now just a mix between LGB, the original core LGB roster between Olafmeister, Krims, and Dennis now. And then the last two 3-time major winning champions.
Yeah.
Flush on JW.
Yeah, we're pushing on through with the Deagle here, but MSL's going to go down. Dignitas got to make this round work. They got pistol, they got armor, and the bomb is going down over it here at the B bomb site. It's going to be very tough for them to retake. They do not have a defuse kit either, so time is running low. Even if Olafmeister and JW are very, very low on health right now, it's still just a question of how much time is left. Krims just has to stay alive, and that should be it. Krims going to pick up a kill here. Tensky very nearly dead. And him and Config still fighting to get into this bomb site. It's going to be Tensky dying next, and Krims with a great triple kill. It will be another round for Fnatic, making it now almost impossible. 13-4.
Yeah, 13-4. Economy reset. They have to go for either taking a big risk here and going for a force buy, or, I mean, or you just risk it all on the win, basically. You just take this round of eco to the face. Hard eco here, and it will be that. Hard eco from Dignitas so that they can buy up in the next round and try and hold Fnatic from getting onto that match point. So, double Mac 10. Fnatic saw this coming as well. They're going full farm right now, just making that money. As if they haven't made it, you know, enough already, Anders.
Wow, Tensky, he actually hit JW all the way in the back lines. That looked very interesting, and he's going to hit Krims as well, looking for more, and JW will be gone. Grenade bouncing in almost like a stylistic points there for having the bounce on the floor, and that's going to be Fnatic now a bit 14-4. And finally, Dignitas can fight back, although it's very late.
Yeah, it is a bit late in the game. Crazy one-sided matches that we're having. Dignitas just plowing Virtus.Pro, and then Fnatic basically rolling over Dignitas here. We'll see. Can Fnatic keep it together and just lock this out nice and clean? Nice and neat. That's what we're going to be looking for here.
Sort of interesting because it was Tensky and Config doing so well against VP. Well, now it's Kierby actually top fragging at 14 kills here. He's going to charge down and picks up one more shot there. Flusher will be gone. Crims, we're going to see if he can get the bullet on there. One of them would have killed MSL, but it's not quite going to happen.
Yeah, and now they're really just going to try and press the advantage. Double entry frag from Dennis until Tensky can actually take him out. And Tensky, he just keeps on stepping up. 2 kills for him to bring it to a 2-on-2. Fnatic, they will be able to get the bomb plant on the A site, but now at least, thanks to Tensky's efforts, Team Dignitas, they actually have a little bit of a chance here in this retake.
Grenade going to be running in, almost actually hits MSL. And we do have the faded lag bell ringing.
The lag victory bell. I mean, bullet time? Is that what was happening?
Yeah.
Dennis midair. Oh, 1-for-1 trade, and then Crims cleans house. The bomb just keeps on ticking.
I like how they were clever enough to have the code be stars, you know, so that the police don't just show up and say, oh, there's the code. Some forward thinking.
Yeah, that is actually. You would think.
That's one of those. I mean, if you're planning a bomb, something that's one of the things that can slip in. You know, you just focus on everything else, right?
Blowing up. Nobody's gonna find anything. It doesn't matter. Then we're never gonna lose the defense, right?
What we have for Dignitas is 3 for Masters and 2 max 7s to try and see if they can postpone this game. I don't want to say make the comeback. I think that's giving them too much hope right now. It's very unlikely this will happen. 11 rounds in a row into overtime and then winning the overtime. Not tonight, I reckon. We'll see if they can try and make it work anyway here. Config and also Rubino pushing up. We've got the double max 7 apartments play. Classic play.
Indeed. Shot, there's the flick, and Config can't do it. We lose Rubino as well. Both shotguns get punished, and it's down to the 3 FAMASas that remain here for Dignitas. All 5 members from Fnatic, though, are just going to barrel straight into A site. Tensky does the best he can to hold them off. Picks off Olafmeister. JW removes his teammate, and it's just Tensky putting up one hell of a fight. He takes out Dennis as well, but it's just not going to be good enough. Kierby, last man alive, rotating in from the B site. And, well, let's see. Can he get the kill?
He's trying. We've got the Western sounds and everything. It's JW to finish the game here. And Fnatic pretty much just crushing Dignitas here on Inferno. Very, very impressive, but also very one-sided. Yeah, I was expecting more.
I was actually expecting a little bit more of a tooth and nail fight there. I mean, well, it was a bit tooth and nail. Fnatic
VP,
just went for the eyes, right? Dignitas, they're expecting something straight up, right? And no, Fnatic, they're like, no, none of that fair fight stuff.
I mean, they did just do it to VP themselves, Dignitas, right? So maybe they should be expecting it.
True.
That was a tough game, obviously, there on Inferno. Not much else to say really about that, but
would it have worked?
What?
See, as Vikings, so I was about to say, you know, it's like Fnatic just went full Viking, right? You know, no rules, just get the win. But then they're playing against Danes, who were apparently like even more badass Vikings than the Swedes. So I mean,
at least for some part of history.
Yeah.
I think at some point we made the mistake of trying to fight everybody at the same time, and every neighboring country started thinking.
Somebody that did that too.
Do we really have to keep up with these Danish people? Do we really have to take this?
Now look at it.
Yeah, big
Denmark.
mistake. Big mistake. What could you do, right? Go big or go home.
Right, I know, but I think there's something we have to talk about, right?
There is
something to do with numbers and articles and slasher.
Applications too. If you have an Android or iOS device, you can go and download the SCII eSports app, and you can check out. You're right, scores and articles and everything else. Definitely go check that out. Yeah, just download away.
Yeah, if you have a phone.
Phone.
If you happen to live in the 21st century.
Has to be a smartphone though.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I think if you have a tablet too, it works.
You got like the one hipster out there with the rotary phone who's like, damn. Blast.
No, actually, well, that gives them great pleasure, right? It's like, yes.
That's right.
Can't do that.
It's too mainstream now.
Now, coming up, obviously,
well, those
future,
are actually the results.
Those are the results, right? But we should have also the next week's schedule, although we won't be here, right?
No, we won't.
Is there anything next week?
Well, next week is San Jose, so
yeah.
I don't know if... Well, there are, actually. There are going to be some matches
spread out
before
across
that, but that's going to be casted by I imagine like Machine Pansy, like they'll be taking care of that. So
don't know.
I mean, I think this is the last time that we're going to be here for Pro League
Yeah.
Anders this year.
It will be.
Yeah, it will be. So
Very
guys,
sad.
it's been a lot of fun. We've been here, what, 12 days total?
Yeah, something like that.
So that's the last. I mean, it's starting to feel kind of homey here, Anders. So
Second home in Cologne, like
right?
that. Yeah.
I know.
It's a very cool city, so I don't really mind it. Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us, obviously, this evening. Hope you guys had a good time, and don't forget to check into the channel Future as well to catch all the Counter-Strike, including IEM coming up very, very soon.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll definitely see you there, and thanks for joining us, and have a good evening.
Good one, Semler. Good one.